Hi there, and welcome back to the channel. So I had an incredible week of musical collaboration and work last week, and I'm just now getting here to make a video because all the things that happened sort of led me to a certain path, that I'm here, and I just wanted to, fill you in on what all went down and how amazing it was. So anyway, I got to get together with three of us. We were missing John, who was stuck in that storm. He was up in North Carolina when that thing hit. So we were worried all week about that, and then that hit, and he was the one who got stuck. We figured it would be us that would be affected by it because we're in Georgia. Instead, everybody knows what it did. It made its way up there instead and got him trapped up there. But I had an amazing week working with Mark as far as, writing songs together. And he helped me with one of the songs that I've been struggling with. What is that called? The Exciter. So I think I'm going to pull one element out of that song and make another song, and then try to take the other elements are in that song. So basically I'm separating some parts from there. He helped me with that. And then the big one was that we reworked Hell Yes, and it has three new things going on. One is it's no longer called Hell Yes. He suggested 20th Century Man, which I think is cool because that's what the whole song is about. It's like this guy who's out of step. He's like an addicted type of person who's out of step with the reality that he's in. So he's a 20th century man stuck in the 21st century. So I thought that was a cool kind of T-Rex reference. And then what else happened? He added some major chords to it. It's almost the entire tune is made up of octave chords. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll play it in a second. But it's a two-string chord that's, has one string in between. And the entire, that you don't play. And so the entire song, all the rhythm bits are kind of built on that. Well, all of a sudden, he had me play major normal, like open chords in place of two of those octave chords, which really just, so that was awesome. So new name, adding in the major chords, the major open chords, and then the big part was helping me come up with a response. So one of my main kind of downsides to the song for me the entire time when I would play it back is that the riff is repetitive. So it's like blah, na, 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 blah, na, 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 blah, na, 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 blah, na. Just kept going on and on. Well, now there's a response bit. Blah, na, 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 blah, na, na, na. Very typical, American kind of blues call and response type of arrangement and writing. But I hadn't thought of it, and it was like a boom. It was like an electric, lightning bolt went off when he told me about it. And he was worried I was going to be like, oh, no, I can't change my song. But instead, oh, man, I've been looking for something exactly like this. So he introduced a new melody. So that brings him in as a co-writer. So now it's a collaborative song, and that's the first one we've done together in a long time. And so I guess, a while. So I'm really excited on every front. I'm excited to have a better song that I think is much more just a better song. I don't know what the landscape of releasable music is, and I'm not super worried about that. But just for my own ears, like, what do I think is a good song? I think it's a better song now. And while I was there, I had a chance to have him play all my guitars, and my Les Paul sounded amazing. It never sounds like that when I play it. And I had him play that guitar, and I was having him play the Strat just so I could make sure that I was on the right track with the tone, and the tone was incredible. But I was annoyed that he wasn't able to use the trim, the vibrato much. The arm was so stiff, because in order to get it to where I was, get the satisfaction I was looking for tonally, ended up being kind of locked down. And I have really been on a quest to really learn the Stratocaster trim. And I've tried a lot of different things, and somehow I stumbled into a really good setup. It's exactly like an 1/8 inch, like they want it to be. The screws I had super tightened down, but what I ended up doing was getting a balance. I would unscrew here and then pull back on the claw in order to get the arm more wiggly. And I ended up finding a balance there so that the screws aren't super tightened down. I mean, certain ones are tighter than the others, depending on if the string is going out of pitch, up or down. but they were overall not tightened down as much, which made a huge difference, and backing out a bit. I could get it even more wiggly if I didn't have 5 springs, but I really need that 5-spring thing. I tried it with 3, and I'm just lacking the mid-range that I've gotten used to, and this thing really roars with 5 springs. I have read about a company called Vintage Springs, Real Vintage I think it's called, Real Vintage Springs, something like that, and they're supposed to be, you're able to put on 5, but they're lighter. Like they're supposed to be like the old days, and maybe slightly smaller diameter, so they or maybe a bigger diameter, I can't remember, but supposedly that makes it lighter. Like you still have the 5-spring thing with the tone, but they're not as stiff. They're more like the way it used to be in the 50s and 60s. Apparently, I don't know, I've never tried them, but that was the last thing I thought. But then I've got it set up so nice that I probably won't do anything. I'll just get used to it. And right now it's way wigglier than it has been ever for me. Wigglier than my red Strat. It's not here at home. I was kind of using that as the guide. So, song is new, guitar sounds better than ever, plays better than ever. So I just wanted to play you the way the riff sounds now, the way the song sounds now on this amp, just to get the full effect. And then I will go through the song on the PV plugged into the Zoom. We'll use one of the little guitar effects they have there to go through the lyrics. I'll show you what the big changes are. But first, I want to show you how good this thing sounds and how massive it is. I haven't even tuned it. It's a reasonably good tune. It's in tune with itself, at least. It's probably flat all around, but it's coming right back in a tune when I hit the wiggle stick. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. So I'll show you, just basically I'll run through all the bits of the song so you can see what the changes are. There's a change in the verse with the new response lick, and there's a change when I go with the open major chords. Yeah, because it's G and a full E, not an E minor. Alright, here we go. Solo bits like Alright, so that is the way the Stratocaster sounds with this tune now. It's awesome. And I didn't even mess around with the, so here's the trim, the vibrato, and it pops back into tune. That took all day to get it to do that. Man, that sounds great. Okay, so that is the trim bar, which is way more useful now. And when I was doing this before, if you're watching that, I was trying to re-record Are You Ready before I gave up on that. And I was trying so hard to get, I was like really having to push the bar. So I really had something off that has corrected itself. And I'm very pleased because, like I said, the Stratocaster trim is a bit of a mystery for everyone. And once you kind of get it right, it's a marvel, and it sounds incredible. And I really like the 5 springs. It just adds some muscle, if you couldn't tell. And I can't quickly pop out and show you the difference, because it takes a bit to get the springs off to show you the difference between 5 and 3, but there's a big difference. Okay, so I'm gonna rearrange this so it's going in the Zoom. I'll be right back, and I'll play the song so we can hear it through the Zoom. 1 second. Okay, so that's the way it sounds through the big amp, the 18 watt with the Celestion speakers. This is not going to be as good. But it's at a reasonable volume. So, if you want to get your guitar running through your Zoom, like a little amp type situation, all you have to do is connect your guitar to input 1. Then turn on your high Z, because this is a low input signal. Next, go to at least 0, go to 0 on your fader, maybe middle point on your gain. You can adjust that for more volume. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to turn it on so it's red, otherwise you won't hear anything. Then I'm going to go to Effect, and I'm going to click Clean. I got it in number 2. Let's see what number 1 sounds like. Sounded kind of dry, so I just went to this one. No, wait, I'm going back. That's the one I am in. Why did I think that? Okay, I'm in 00 Z clean. And you, of course, can use this and record it. You don't need the amp. You just put the headphones on and use any of these effects to record guitars the same way I'm using a microphone to get mine. The only reason I do the microphone thing is it just sounds so much more. Like, I've put a lot of effort into the amp, a lot of effort into the speakers and the cabinet, and then I'm going to mic it and it's going to sound like my setup, whereas this just, sounds kind of anemic in comparison. But that's all you got. Just make the most of it, and I think you'll do fine. Okay, so I've got the lyrics over there. I'm going to show you all the changes with the actual verses in there, and I think it's so much better because it used to just go, well, now it goes, let me roll it down just a little bit. So it takes a minute for me to even get used to it. So, and then the other thing is that point where I go, wait. I'm a 20th century man, got no reason to care. It's like there's something you've seen before. I could go on and go on with the third verse and all that, but you get the idea. It now goes. So instead of going, so it's, I should get at it. These things inside me should never try me unless you're gonna fly with me. Wait. I'm a 20th century man. Got no reason to care. Might be something you've seen before. Got no reason. Got no reason. Wait. So, it's all improved. It's all better now, I think. Hopefully you think so too. But it's just exciting to, evolve on a tune like this. Start from one place with one kind of thing going on, different title completely, and now it's all this. So, I believe it's an improvement, and I'm just super excited. So now, as you could probably imagine, my goal is to re-record this song, or record this song for the first time, because it's a different song now. It's now called 20th Century Men. It's got a co-writer, whole different, bag. So, man, I'm excited. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do on the drums. And another thing Mark pointed out is that I had this unusual space between the verses, like a gap. And I was just kind of doing a stick click in between. I noticed there was a video where I talked about it. And instead of doing that, there's really no need to have that gap. Just go right to the lick. So I'll show you what I mean. It's like. Trying to break, you're trying to time that and trying to play drums to it. It was like the whole band's gonna have trouble feeling your little moment. So instead, just don't have the break. Just da 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 da, just right into it, no break. I'm really excited. I hope this has helped someone to just show you songs. They have a journey sometimes, and I really like having someone else involved. He and I were a partnership, and we got pretty far up the ladder together and got a lot of attention with a couple tunes. So I'm ready to just get it going again, and I'm just excited that he's back involved. It's really incredible, and I just feel like I want to have him fix all the songs that I'm struggling with, because there's a couple of things on a lot of these tunes that I would like to work out, and he's somebody I really trust that knows, he understands my sensibility and how to, how we work together. It's just, very functional. So I'm excited. Hopefully you have someone like that in your life that you can work with as well, so you're not all alone. And man, it really helps. I can't wait to see what the rest of the band does with this. I can't even imagine what John and Alex are going to do. Just drums and all that. I know what I'm going to try to do for my version of it, and it makes it more clear like what my path is, that I'm going to just continue to write songs, record them, you know, like as demos, and try to get the excitement level up high enough so that I can attract my own band to, you know, potentially re-record these somewhere with someone. That would be another goal, is to go work with one of the people we used to work with, or that wanted to work with us, or that we wanted to work with. Go work with them now. Why not? So man, it kind of takes the pressure off. I'm going to still have my records and release them, but I really like the idea of like this is kind of a demo recording, and I do the best I can with it, but when I go to the band, that's when it really is going to elevate. And I can't even imagine what this would sound like with all of them playing on it. But it doesn't deter me from my path of just documenting it all by myself right here on the Zoom with you guys, because that is the best way for me to keep the songwriting, keep the chops up, keep my recording chops up, and just keep going, keep imagining, reimagining, and working hard. Alright, so hopefully everyone out there is in the same boat, or at least headed there and getting to where they want to be, you know, with their material and their workflow. So hopefully that is the position you're all in, and you're as excited as I am to write songs and record them on your Zoom. Alright, so if there's anything I can do for anyone, because I'm just really happy right now and excited about this song, and hopefully you guys will be excited too watching me record it if you want to see somebody, you know, go through a bunch of BS. But fun BS. It's just, you know, sometimes it's, but I think I've kind of already solved some of the traps that I would typically set for myself. One, I know I like the song. I know that it's quality. At least for me, I feel like that. And so I'm not going to later go, this song sucks. And then, because I've already been through it once and I know that it's improved now. And then secondly, it doesn't have anything in it that I'm dreading playing. Like I've got control of the guitar so far, and I don't have that weird gap. I was kind of worried about that. I was like, that dumb gap caused me so much trouble on the drums. Well, Mark was like, don't have a gap. Sorry. So it's just, so it's dun-dun, 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 instead of a dun-dun, pause, 1, 2, instead it's dun-dun, 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 there might be like a, you know, there's whatever it takes to get from one hand position to another, but the drums won't have to go, you know, wait for a cue. It'll just be go right into the next thing. So that's solved. Alright, I feel good about it, and I think that this is going to make it a much better song. When I think about the really good songs on this record, I think this is going to be one of them, and I'm going to go for making it the best sounding recording I've made yet. So I don't think that's hard to achieve. And the other goal is to get back together with those guys as soon as possible, work up an incredible arrangement, and hopefully record it, maybe record it with somebody big time, and try to release it as a beautiful new single from East Orange. Alright, next time.